All right, we're now being joined by Derek Campos. First question goes to Steve Jewell.
Thank you, Derek. I always appreciate your time. And I know that originally when this fight was first announced, your opponent was Roger Huerta, and it seems like something changed, and now you're facing Keone Diggs. So can you tell us what happened there?
I'm not too sure what happened. My manager called me, said Roger was out of the fight, unfortunately. And the offer on the table was to fight Keone Diggs. You know, he's a game opponent, and, you know, I'm not one to shy away from a fight. So I said, all right, let's send the contract, let's get it signed, let's seal the deal, and let's rock and roll. So here we are.
Well, yeah, you've never been one to shy away from a fight at any point in your career, but he does present an interesting new challenge for you because Roger Huerta was more of a known factor, and Keone, even though he's 8-0, people haven't seen him on the major radars. So have you been able to scout him at all, or is that just too short of a window for you to change anything in your camp?
No, I've been able to, you know, take a look at some of his fight footage, study him, and make the adjustments where I've needed to make them for my training. And I mean, I've got a game plan going into this fight, and at the end of the night, I'm gonna do what I got to do to win. So.
And where does this win put you in the lightweight division when the fight's over on Saturday?
Honestly, when it's all said and done, and I've accomplished what I'm going in there to do, it's kind of like a breakthrough for me to get back into the 155-pound division. You know, I do want to get the next fight booked with somebody, you know, of higher caliber. You know, I'm looking at guys like Miles Jury, Benson Henderson. You know, I wouldn't mind fighting Georgie Karankian. You know, it's guys like that. So really, I mean, just whatever's open on the table. Whoever wants to fight, whoever wants to scrap, that's what I'm looking for. But first, I have to take care of business here against Keone.
All right, best of luck on Saturday, and thank you for the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Derek, how you doing?
Good. How's it going?
Good. Yeah, one thing I just want to talk to you about, too, is just, you know, I know they had just mentioned about Roger Huerta, but you're also supposed to fight Adam Borch before that. Is there one that you prefer more to maybe meet down the line, Roger Huerta, Borch? Are those guys that you're still interested in?
Honestly, to be honest, for sure, I would like to compete against Roger Huerta, and I would like to stay at 155 pounds. You know, I don't feel as comfortable as fighting at 145 as I do competing at 155. I know I'm not the biggest lightweight right now. I don't have to make too big of a cut, but I just feel more. I feel fresh. I feel like I have more power at 155 than I do at 45. So yeah, moving forward, I want to stay at 155. I've always fought at 155 my whole career. So if I can keep that going, you know, that's the plan. And especially if I can get the next fight or in the future, the bout scheduled against Roger, I rebook that. I would love that, you know.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Derek. How's it going today?
It's going well. How are you?
Good. So this fight, obviously, you're back in the lightweight division after going back down to featherweight for the Grand Prix. So my question has to be, how does it feel to not cut as much weight again? And what do you think is going to be the biggest differences in the cage after at 155 and then coming back from 145?
Well, I mean, it feels great to be back at 155. You know, obviously not having to cut as much weight. I've been able to focus more on trying to, you know, hit the strength training hard and pack on some muscle. And it just, I feel more comfortable. I feel more energized from it, you know. So I'm just looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to get back in there and showcase what power I can bring at 155, even though I may not be the biggest 155. I'm going to be able to push the pace, and I just feel good where I'm at right now.
Right, yeah, and the opponent that you're fighting now, Keone Diggs, is also undefeated, but this isn't the first time you've taken on one of these undefeated prospects as you did fight AJ McKee. So my question is, are you excited to test yourself once again against an undefeated guy.
Absolutely. You know, he's, you know, when you're undefeated, you've got pressure to keep that you know, keep that undefeated record. And, you know, this is, you know, probably his biggest fight to date, personally, on the big stage. And I'm just looking to go out there and perform and put on a spectacular show. And, I mean, completely dominate him. So the challenge itself is there. I'm just going to go in there and capitalize.
Yeah, and originally you were not supposed to fight Keone Diggs. You were supposed to fight Roger Huerta. So I'm interested in if the preparation in between, but like for Huerta and for Diggs was a bit different because, you know, you have to formulate a whole new game plan.
Well, against Roger, you know, I was preparing for a scrap, and then when I found out I was fighting Keone, you know, same thing, preparing for a scrap because he appears to be a good scrapper. You know, he seems pretty technical on the ground. As far as changing my game plan, I mean, it remains the same. You know, I'm going to bring the pressure. I'm going to push forward and implement my strategy, whether it's on the feet or on the ground. I mean, that's what I train for. I train to be well-rounded, and I mean, I'm trying to evolve in this game. And I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to evolve. You got to improve and change up your game and learn new things if you want to stay on the top.
Hey, Derek, Kevin here. One of the key questions, listening to your responses to the other media members, would you say that you're closing your chapter on the featherweight division?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if a deal was to be worked for, you know, another bout at 145, I mean, if they needed me at 145 against a game opponent, you know, it was a good bout for me to take, you know, then yeah, sure, I'll drop back down. But going forward, you know, depending on how long I see myself competing, going forward, maybe 2, 3, 4 more years, I would like to compete at 155. But I can't say officially, like for sure, that I'm done with 145 because, you know, I'm always up for a fight, whether it's 145, 155. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But for now, my goal is to get back to 155 and go after that title.
There's been hints online that, you know, AJ McKee might be looking more forward to moving up to the lightweight division. You know, if you can stack up a couple of wins, do you see yourself matching up against him in the future?
You know, it's a possibility. You know, I'm not going to say no to that fight for sure. You know, AJ's he's a good guy, and if he wanted to come up to 55 and throw down there, shoot, I'd welcome it. You know, I'd say send the contract, let's seal that deal, and let's get it going. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
One last question from me is, listen, you know, you lost the last four of your 5 fights. You know, going into this fight, you know, are you looking to make a statement?
Absolutely. I'm looking to go in there and show the rest of the division, show the world that I've evolved, that my game has changed, that I'm still improving, and that, you know, that this is my home. This is what I do. This is my life. This is my career, and that I'm not done yet.
All right. Thank you so much, and good luck. All right.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. Our last question will go to Rick Sanchez.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, our question is who's on your list if you get the win for the Saturday night?
Go out there and once I go out there and accomplish what I want to accomplish, I definitely want to try and maybe rebook that fight with Roger Huerta. You know, I watched that guy for a long time now. You know, when I started my career, he was already tearing dudes apart, and so to be able to fight him would basically be fighting, you know, somebody that I looked up to in this fight game. So yeah, I'd love to get that fight rebooked after this one, but not until I go out there and take care of business.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.